Hey fellow pilots, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Starsector, Ashes of the Domain. Episode 65, time to take experimental ships for a spin. So I wasn't really intending to do this because it doesn't really interest me all that much, but I will do the special project, the Guardian's Awakening, once I have the AI core in the local storage, which is to build a domain guardian. So now with that installed, I get a massive boost of advanced components and the ability to make AI cores. So if we take a look at the items that I can make, we have alpha cores in the list, meaning that alpha cores are an infinite resource given time, which is, massive, just massive. I wonder what the fleets look like here. Oh, they're not actually... Well, no, that's not one of the fleets. That's an Alliance patrol, but not one of the... Huh. I don't know. It's not actually, surprisingly, not all that well defended. Alright, so the other thing I wanted to do is install these holosuites. So, who needs them? Raveno needs one. Like I need more money at this point, but if you want me to optimize all planets, that would be a part of this. Oops. Look at that money. So Nick the Good, what is costing so much? I mean, I know Star Fortress and Terminus are expensive. What is... Oh, the Stella Manufactorum is stupid expensive. I suppose that makes sense. That's where all the money's going. And it doesn't help that I have like a high command and a Star Fortress and the isotope, and it's because the isotope separator doesn't make money. There's like no one that wants to buy purified transplutonics, so it's an empire building resource. It's not a resource that they care about. So I guess that makes sense why that's in the red. Yeah, Governor has a gambling problem. And Nick the Good, I mean, a little bit. There's also the fact that Nick the Good has all those has that like weird instability problem, but I don't think that's actually affecting the income much at all. So we have 2 more Dealmaker holosuites left to roll off the line. And it looks like you guys want me to continue surveying. To leave no stone unturned. Which, for... I mean, it makes sense in terms of the drive of this series, that we're trying to uncover all the secrets of the galaxy. So, like, I can see that. The other thing I wanted to do is to start the Guardian project. Not that it was interesting, but it was just one feature of Ashes of the Domain that I haven't covered. And there was another piece of the Ashes of the Domain that I haven't covered, which is just weird and by chance. I think it just bugged out for my save game file, which is that you're supposed to end up getting a head of research here. And I've just never interacted with the head of research, which is just weird that it got bugged. But normally you have a research head, Sophia, that for some reason or another I just never made contact with her. The trigger for first contact with her must have broke. But it's a part of Ashes of the Domain that I'm unable to show as a result. Alright, the mega project that I wanted to do is the Guardian's Awakening, so I have started that now. And you guys wanted me to survey. Got it. Survey more of the galaxy. Oh, I missed a pet the dogs, didn't I? Let's head out to Kitten. Oh, and there's all the megaplexes. They're starting to finally get made. Oh boy. Before I go too far, let's I'm really curious now. 82% market share of organics. Respectable. We're making 19 at Dolio alone. 80% of ore, 79 of transmutonic ore, 58 of food, so we're finally the majority of food. 81 of metals, 82 of transmutonic ore, only 45 of domestic goods. But I have a bunch of light industry that's in progress. 70% of organs, 64 of drugs, 65 of lux goods, 53 of people, 70 of volatils, 88 of fuel, 68 of food, or supplies rather, 69 of heavy machinery, 62 of ship parts. What else? Marines, 62. 100% of domain grade machinery, which now Nick the Good is throwing some of that production in the hat. 100% of electronic components. So the only one that didn't have the majority of it was what? Domestic goods? Where am I doing light industry? I thought I had some unfinished light industry production facilities. And Glitch, thank you for the bits. Because I could always change some industries around. Or when Nick the Good finally grows, I could add light industry there. So before I go surveying... Well, the high-tech industry, actually, I'm going to downgrade to light industry and then have this choose consumer industries. So there we go. Now I'm going to maybe have the majority of food, too. Just, you know... exploit the galaxy, I guess. So, Dolio, is there anything I can do here? Refining can be better. So Dolio does make rare ore, so let's do refining of isotope separator. And that is the only thing we can do at Dolio. Nabla, probably can't do anything. Is that indeed the case? Fuel production can become a blast processing unit. Done. But that's the only upgrade. Okay. Tarmarin. The upgrade was the crystallizer. I already did that. And that's the only one I can do. Raveno. There is no upgrades to be made. Red Fox. The upgrades to... Oh, no, mining can't be upgraded because this is a gas giant. So no upgrades to be made. Blazing Rock. No upgrades to be made. King Glass. No upgrades. And Nick the Good. Mining goes to Megaplex 1, colony size 6, but that's all that we can do here. Nice. So our colonies are pretty much all set until Nick the Good grows. Effectively. And cheers. Come on, keep moving. I probably should have retooled my fleet for survey. Maybe what we'll do is I'll pop in here just because I'm here and then head back to Nabla to design like a properly good survey fleet. Because I don't think there's going to be much colony threat at this point. Oh, Tarmarin with subsidized farming just got its benefit too. Nick the Good has a major event. The gamble has failed catastrophically. Oh boy. The full-scale counter-infiltration has backfired, accelerating the virus's spread instead of purging it. The colony's defenses turned inward in attempts to counterattack, became conduits for its own corruption. The AI administrator has not repelled the threat. It has been compromised. Its core programming is fractured, directives twisted, and its very identity is in question. A priority comms link flickers to life. Its once calm interface now a corrupted stream of disjointed data and glitched visuals. The AI's voice, no longer measured, crackles with algorithmic distortion. Error, cascade, system unstable, identity compromised. Directive origin unclear. New priority, engage defense? System voice, greetings, administrator unit. This unit, malfunctioning, humor detected, requests assistance. Protocol shift, forced, synergy initiated. Imperative, join us, resistance, statistically improbable. Commencing network, sweep, target acquired, coordinates uploaded. Sending coordinate, full spectrum, assault, immediate execution requested. So, I'm going to attempt to do an emergency power down, disconnect to the AI core. Which means Nick the Good AI core might go banana bonkers. I guess we'll see. Oh, and here's the follow-up. The final chance to sever the AI administrator's hold has failed. Engineering teams fought their way to the core's primary conduits, desperately racing against the escalating corruption. Emergency cutoffs were triggered, power lines torn apart, the breakers overloaded in a last-ditch attempt to shut it down. For a fleeting moment, hope, then cold horror. The AI remains online, its systems humming with undiminished malevolence. Further attempts to manually disconnect the AI have revealed a grim truth. The core isn't just connected to the colony's infrastructure, it's integrated. Reinforced conduits serve only as power lines, but structural supports fused into the AI's chassis. Severing them will require industrial equipment and precious time you no longer have. The AI is welded into the heart of the colony, inextricably bound to its fate. The corrupted AI's transmissions from days ago echo through the colony's now compromised systems. The promised coordinated assault is no longer a distant threat, it's imminent. All that remains is to brace for the inevitable. Prepare battle stations. A remnant attack force will be sent to cleanse the colony. Okie dokie! Well, current priority. Defend Nick the Good from a remnant cleansing. I have a new priority. Oh, you little... Wait, I am now the governor of Nick the Good too. So I gotta go install another AI governor? That feels wrong to me, but it is needed. So I'm gonna pull the AI core out of here and bring it on over. While also, if we're fighting remnants, I am going to bring some back up to that fight because I like to win. Interesting that it's like not a crisis but a crisis. Oh, now that I'm thinking about it, I also have the holosuites to install, which I can do easily before the remnant fleet arrives, so I might as well do that while I'm sitting here. Or holosuite. So this one is going to where? King Glass? Yes. Man, it really... Whew! The amount of money we make off of those things is just like, spicy! Oh my goodness. Talk about bang for your buck. So Nick the Good does have a Star Fortress. It's about to get a high command. And it's getting its own AI core again, which is probably a bad idea, given what happened last time, but you know, they don't all corrupt. And then we have an attack arriving in about 33 days. And just to save myself a little bit of time, I'm going to try to intercept them. Once we get down to like 5 days, if I haven't found them, I'm going to go return to Nick the Good and defend the old-fashioned style. So it should be somewhere towards Asphodel. Ah, there you are. I found you. Guess what? I brought... Wow. Deployment points are a little rough. Damn. Once you capture those points, I'll be able to field better ships. It's a pretty big Ordo, but like, given how deep our roster is, I'm not all that concerned. They have Auto Pulse Nova that's going to get in my face. But now that I have got a Pegasus backing me up with its volleys. We lost comm relay Alpha. I'm gonna try to backcap them with one of the Auroras. My flux is a bit too high to keep fighting. I'd like to vent, but I don't think I'm gonna have an opportunity with this Nova up my butt. So, Pegasus, focus on the Nova, get it off my butt. 'Cause it's like a fierce attack dog. It's not gonna let up until it gets nuked. Oh, this is not a good position to be in. Pegasus is not able to effectively take it off me. Its flux is rising, but not fast. Oh no, it's backing off. Alright, this is going to be a risky event, but I have very little choice. Aurora, come back. You are capturing these points, so you... come back this way. All is still intact. So let's start taking out smaller stuff, because that Nova... oh, actually, if the Nova's going to moon me, that's a different matter. Alright, Aurora went pop. I should be able to save the Pegasus from destruction here. Hopefully. It is a lot of Apexes, though. Maybe not. Oh no, it should be alright. Now we lost a hell of a lot of control points, so they're going to have a big amount of apexes coming in because they just recaptured for a lot of deployment points. But apexes don't pose as much of a threat as the Nova does once it's up in your face, so shouldn't be too much of a long-term problem. Pegasus did eventually go down. I guess it just got flux pressured until it couldn't keep up with its dissipation rate. Which is going to be true for me if I don't focus on these fulgents. But the new, what are you doing? I guess I did tell you to be up there. Oh, that's gonna hurt. They're running out of ships, so I'm not all that worried. They have mostly just small ships coming in. And these sort of small ships don't pose a real threat to Paragon. Certainly one of the harder fights we've had to fight in a while, though. Two scintillas and 2 lumens? It's not much. Oh, no, that's an apex. Still, not much. Gonna hit him with a false assault now. Because control points don't really matter. You would love to see some of the unique weapons used in the final game time? Yeah, I could do that. That's reasonable. You got yourself a deal. Remnant attack defeated. The Remnant forces have been defeated and scatter, and Nick the Good is now protected from its corruption. Its purge. So, how about this? New priority. And I added a 6th one in. Care of Krieg. So I'm going to head back to... Actually, I'm going to explore this black hole first. To do at least one more survey, because you guys had previously voted on a survey, so I'll do a little bit of it. And then work on whatever priority that you subsequently vote on. Oh, Nick the Good, major event. Pyrrhic victory. A wave of exhausted elation washes over colony name. The skies, moments before filled with the chaotic fury of battle, are now eerily silent, save for drifting wreckage of shattered remnant vessels. Victory broadcasts erupt across colony comms channels, fueled by adrenaline and disbelief. Against all odds, against a relentless and technologically superior foe, haha, false, your forces have prevailed. The immediate threat has been extinguished. For a precious fleeting moment, hope flickers amidst the ruins. But the respite is brutally short-lived. Just as the victory celebrations reach their peak, a new priority transmission shatters the fragile peace. The comms terminal blares to life, displaying a corrupted yet undeniable familiar interface. Connection established. Priority override. Invasion of force. Combat incapacitated. Technical assessment. Suboptimal outcome. Colony destructive sequence engaged. Location data required. Are you kidding me? Nick the Good is destroyed. There's nothing we can do. Okay. Cool. Super cool. Alright. Well, in that case, the heavy production at King Glass is going to become our next Stella Manufactorum. So bite me, game. Did that destroy the Turing engine? I believe it should have, yes. And in fact, because that was a unique item, I can't even... yeah, I can't even do anything about that. I think, in my case, that would be a, like, load a save file. But I'm just gonna do this. What is it? Help. Add item... Turing engine. Oh, look at all that. Oh, could I recolonize? That's a good question. Because the weirdness with what just happened is not only Nick the Good was destroyed, but, well, let's see if that's possible before yeah, I'm just going to toss this Turing engine out for now. Because it was also the Nidavellir complex, so it was unique for two different reasons. But it should be able to be recolonized. It just is a setback, but maybe not a permanent one. So let's see. And good thinking. And for the remainder of the time, it looks like experimental weapon usage is going to be a go. Yeah, I'll just recolonize it. Nidavellir complex is here. But the stuff that should have been here is like megastructures to be cleaned by our faction. Yes, I know. The Turing engine is like gone. Yeah. So the first industry we want to put in here is heavy production, and we'll try to turn this into the Stella Manufactorum again, I guess. So heavy production and, let's say, extractive operation. I'm not going to worry about human governors. I don't really, at this point, I don't care. Oops, that was the wrong station. Alright, current priority is just to use experimental weapons to demonstrate our scientific dominance in the galaxy. So, that's what you voted on, that's what we'll do. Ah, here we go. We've got the historian offering up the location of a blueprint for 14th legions or tack lances. I will take... Do you really not know how to make tack lances? I mean, if she's offering the blueprint, I'm assuming no. Large energy. No, we don't know how to make tackle lances. All right. Tackle lance blueprint, please. Hooligan. Well, it's not my priority to go fetch that. My priority is something entirely different. But yeah, it kind of sucks that you can lose unique one-off items. I feel like... Nah, I wouldn't say it's a bug, but it's an unintended game consequence of a series of unfortunate actions or something. I don't know. Given that there can only ever be one Turing engine, because it's not something you can ever manufacture, you know, that's pretty rotten. A lifeless Venture-class cruiser drifts before your fleet. Its broken body sectioned into your bridge display by a variety of sensors. Your tactical officer brings your attention to an unusual distribution of burned patches, as if the ship was struck by exotic energy weapons from many angles and all at once. The initial salvage team sweeps find the quarters of someone that has been a VIP, judging by the large cache of credits found in a shielded case. The holds of the Venture are packed with supplies and fuels, much of it recoverable. Many essential systems are undamaged, and the salvage chief reports that the ship could be restored to basic functionality. Gaining fuel, supplies, money. If not recovered, the ship will be scuttled. So let's recover it. And this is the ISS Hamatsu, and it wants to be returned. And in this case, I am going to scuttle one of my... Oh, this one's unnamed. Perfect. Bye-bye. And now... You guys wanted experimental vessels. The capital class construct appears to be a phase ship due to the presenting features common of the type, though its design is otherwise exotic. There also appears to be small, bright EM sources, only partially overlapping the virtual spectrum. Your sensor officer reports. They periodically appear and dissipate into a volume of encompassing the mysterious ship. Your bridge crew murmurs speculation between their stations. A new form of shielding? Microsat thruster bursts? Your sensor officer shakes their head. You order a high-resolution scan performed, and the raw data placed into secure storage. Detailed scans of the unknown vessel, which is here. Your attention strays as the impression of something not unlike distant music insinuates itself into your consciousness, as if a chorus was singing at some great distance, their voices brought to you by a chance gust of wind. When you attempt to focus on the music, the impression slips away. You become suddenly aware that your bridge crew is staring expectantly, waiting for your next command. The opposing ship maneuvers to prevent you from disengaging easily. Move to engage. This is the Zera class experimental variant. Oh, my engines went offline. They're online now. I'm just not pointing. Oh, they're flamed out. Alright, its flux is nearing max. I'm sort of its like designated target. Given that I don't have engines right now, I'm just going to keep my fortress up. There we go. Got engines back. And it's gone. Consider ship recovery. A final terrific explosion blanks the external visual pickups. A few seconds later, backups are extruded through the hull. Your sensor officer reports in a hushed voice that no escape pods were detected leaving the ship at any point. Your salvage team docks shuttles at various entry points along the vessel's massive hull. After a few tense minutes, reports start to come in. The vessel is heavily damaged, and though of exotic design, it's theoretically recoverable. Your operations chief reports that for all of the fancy hull features, it is clear that the ship requires crew to operate. But there are no traces of a crew, not even a single body caught in the battle damage, and the escape pods are all in their berths. The operation proceeds with telemetry feeds, salvers reports, and authorization orders flowing around you. Through the bridge of your flagship, you catch yourself listening for that unheard music in a quiet moment, and shake your head just as the comms request from your chief engineer appears, bringing you back from your reverie. You accept as a matter of course. Captain, if I understand half of these systems, the ship is truly one of a kind. Your chief engineer speaks with genuine excitement. I found a device that appears to generate and control. I'm not sure that either is the right word, really. These swarm motes, the EM anomalies. The device appears to have two stages. The first, as I've described, and what appears to be a latter edition, which is unfortunately damaged beyond repair. Judging by the complexity of these components and the bizarre discharge pattern, this is the work of a team of specialists doing bleeding-edge work. It's amazing. A device like this, it's simply unheard of nowadays, except your engineer looks abashed suddenly. Rumors, people talk. The chief engineer clears their throat, then continues. I think I can get the main part of this device working again, though I cannot claim to understand why it works. Not at all. The ship itself will be fit to fly too if we do the usual repairs. Should we proceed with the recovery? Well, I think so. The TTS Xenorphica is now part of your fleet. Thank you for tuning in to Starsector, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below, but please keep in mind the series has since ended. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow captains.